on. We've got the management of Jupiter Lifeline now joining in. The story that we wanted to talk to them about is Amazon's entry into the diagnostic space. Will it impact their business, and how is business for them? The key trends going ahead. Ankit Thakkar, ED and CEO at the company, is now joining in. Ankit, thank you very much for joining in. This is Rima here. So at the hospital, I presume you would have your own in-house diagnostic business, right? So do you see Amazon's entry increasing competition for hospital-based labs like yours?
Hi, good morning. So I think for hospital labs, it is predominantly captive usage. That is, the lab predominantly works for the outpatient seen within the hospital and the patients admitted within the hospital. I don't think any of the hospital labs really rely too much on community footfall. So in that sense, I don't think that Amazon entry should make too much of an impact on hospital lab business.
Okay. Amazon is also targeting some of those high-volume routine tests. Any idea on the kind of pricing versus what's available in the market? And I understand that for y'all, the diagnostic business is mainly for captive in-house patients. But would you look at any sort of a collaboration? Is there an opportunity in a partnership where perhaps your hospital acts as a node for Amazon?
So it's still early days. I don't think they have divulged too much about what their pricing or business model is really going to be. As far as we are concerned, I don't think, right away without knowing what they want to do, I could really comment on partnerships as such. Whether they want to, like a marketplace, essentially just aggregate orders, or do they want to run labs themselves? So I think early days, let us look at what they want to do.
Right. Ankit, I wanted your thoughts on your own digital business and your other verticals, also in light of what took place overnight with Apollo Hospitals demerging and trying to unlock value in some of their ancillary businesses, ex of their core hospital business. Do you have any? If you could give us a sense of what proportion of your overall revenue do they account for? And if at all, you would be looking at this now as a serious value driver for shareholders?
So at Jupiter, we are currently quite clear. We don't want to try and do this diagnostic or pharma spin-offs. We think we want to continue focusing on the healthcare business. We understand tertiary care, comprehensive health facilities well, and we want to continue doing that for the time being. We have no mood at this moment to spin off any of the ancillary businesses.
All right. Hi, Ankit. Good morning. Good to see you. We're Nigel on this side. Let's get a few details out of the way. You have a big, ambitious plan to add a lot of capacity. So tell us, what is the updated capacity as of now? Where did you head it? And if you could tell us phase-wise, how does that take place?
Hi, Nigel. So we are currently running 3 hospitals, capacity of around 1,200 beds. We are looking to double it up over the next 3 to 4 years. Next year, our first new greenfield in Dombivli, Palava comes up, 500-bed facility. A year and a half or so after that, we will start a 500-bedder in Pune. And we have just added one more land in the MMR region in Mira Bhayandar, where we will do 300 more beds. So we are looking at doubling up to 2,500 beds, all greenfield, in the next 3-4 years.
Got it. All right. So, and I think most of that will be funded via internal accruals and via the cash in books?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's talk about the near term then for FY26. What kind of guidance can you give us on the average revenue per bed, on the occupancy? And if you could tell us, even on margins, what is the broad guidance?
So broadly speaking, of all the 3 hospitals, if I break it down for you to make it easier to understand, Thane, I think, is a matured hospital. The ARPOB should grow in line with inflation. In Pune, we still have a little headroom for growth in terms of occupancy. We are in mid 60%, so I think we can go to 70 plus in occupancy over there and add that to the ARPOB increase. And in Indore, of course, we just added 80 new beds in this year. Those will get occupied. We have a pricing rise coming up as well, followed by case mix optimization, which Indore will continue to see for a year or 2 more. So those are the 3 levers which Indore enjoys.
Are you looking at any inorganic plans? Because yesterday we did have Rainbow Hospitals increase their bed capacity in Hyderabad. They did say that they're looking at, some other geographies as well, maybe closing a couple of deals from here on. Do you have any sites in mind which you believe can, increase the pace of your room addition?
So for the time being, we are committed to Western India. We are committed to predominantly greenfield-based growth. We like this because we think, we can control the location, we can control the infrastructure, team cultures, etc. We have understood this model very well. This continues to be our focus area. However, along the way, if some interesting acquisition opportunity does come up, which makes sense, we are open to look at it. But
Nothing at the moment, right?
no, nothing at the moment.
What about international patients? Some of your peers are talking about some weakness in the international patient sales. Is that true?
We have never had an international focus, and our international revenue is negligible. We predominantly have a local community-based business model where we say that each of our hospital should be a nodal flagship hospital for the local community residing 30 to 40 minutes away from us. So for as far as we are concerned, no major impact on international.
And how has the payer mix evolved for you? How much accounts from insurance? And how does that change your average revenue per occupied bed?
So predominantly today, more than half, 55% of the revenue is accounted for by the insurance segment. It is growing year on year. And that really helps in terms of, demand utilization because it really takes affordability out of the equation for most of the community. So we see a growth in insurance as a payer every year.
So, basis your normalized growth, how much faster do you think the insurance payer grows? What's your target ratio here?
So we don't have a target. We are agnostic of whether the walk-in patient wants to pay out of pocket or through an insurance. We are just kind of witness to the changing scenario of the insurance landscape. Over the last couple of years, there has been a significant uptake. And from what we see, I think retail insurance and group insurance both should increase significantly over the next 5-year period.
Ankit, thank you very much for joining us this morning. We need to